The Faroe Islands are often called the edge of the world due to their remote location tucked between Iceland, Norway, and Scotland in the North Atlantic Ocean. But for the over 50,000 people who call this stunning archipelago home, it's simply a place with a unique way of life shaped by both ancient traditions and modern influences. If you've ever wondered what it's really like to live in such an isolated yet picturesque location, read on for an inside look at Faroese culture, lifestyle, and everything else that makes this place truly one of a kind. One of the first things visitors notice about the Faroes is the otherworldly and dramatic landscape. Jagged mountains, emerald green hills and valleys, thundering waterfalls, steep sea cliffs. It's like something out of Lord of the Rings. The terrain has been carved over millennia by harsh winds, lashing rains, and the relentless crashing of the North Atlantic waves. Much of the land remains untouched by development, with sheep freely roaming the grassy slopes. It's not hard to understand why many artists and photographers are drawn here. The scenery constantly changes depending on the light and weather, from gloomy, stormy days to an ethereal mist swirling around the peaks. No matter how many times you see it, it never gets old. The raw natural beauty is truly breathtaking. A landscape carved by the sea. Steep sea cliffs, lush green hills, and small fishing villages nestled between the two. That's the iconic landscape of the Faroe Islands. Situated halfway between the Arctic Circle and the equator, the islands experience cool summers and mild winters, with temperatures rarely dipping below freezing. Rough seas have sculpted the coastline over millennia into a dramatic tapestry of natural sculptures. Towering sea stacks, soaring waterfalls plunging into the ocean, and hidden coves can be discovered around every bend in the road. Hiking is a must to take in the island's rugged natural beauty up close. Getting around by road and sea. With over 100 islands and islets, the Faroe Islands have an extensive ferry network, keeping all communities connected. Taking a boat ride between the islands is part of the Faroese experience. The routes offer stunning coastal scenery. Renting a car is ideal for exploring the main islands, as roads weave through the dramatic landscapes connecting tiny villages. Be prepared for winding mountain passes and single-lane tunnels. Biking is also popular thanks to well-maintained paths. Hitchhiking is common practice, so don't be shy about stopping to pick up locals. A thriving culture rooted in tradition. Despite being remote, the Faroese have maintained a strong sense of national identity over centuries of relative isolation. Their culture is deeply intertwined with the landscape, with traditions centered around farming, fishing, and seafaring. You'll still see many families living the old way of life: colorful wooden houses with grass roofs, wool weaving, traditional music, and dance. Religion also plays an important role, with most people belonging to the People's Church of the Faroe Islands. Sundays see the whole community gathering for church, a time for socializing as well as worship. The language, too, remains proudly Faroese rather than Danish. Yet, at the same time, the Faroese are modern and progressive. The capital, Tórshavn, has all the amenities of a small European city with cafes, shops, restaurants, and nightlife. High-speed internet connects residents to the wider world, and the economy depends on exports of fisheries along with growing tourism. It's a unique fusion of honoring ancient roots while embracing new opportunities. A thriving fishing culture and a bounty of local seafood specialties. As an island nation, fishing has long been the lifeblood of the Faroese economy and culture. Even today, it remains one of the territory's main industries. Colorful fishing villages still use traditional methods, with small boats braving the turbulent waters. Given its remote maritime location, it's no surprise that seafood is popular in Faroese cuisine. Fresh fish and shellfish straight from the ocean are the stars of local dishes. Popular choices include salmon, Arctic char, halibut, mussels, and razor clams, often simply prepared to let the bright flavors shine. Other specialties include the smoky cured lamb called Specialties, homemade cheeses, rye breads, and cakes flavored with crowberries or sea buckthorn. Traditional meals also incorporate ingredients foraged or grown locally, like dandelion, seaweed, and berries. Foodies will love exploring new restaurants like Cox and Rocks in Torshavn, which serve innovative takes on classic fare, as well as cozy cafes and bars perfect for grabbing a snack. With such an abundance of high-quality seafood right on their doorstep, it's no wonder the Faroese love good food. An outdoor lifestyle supported by nature. The rugged natural environment means outdoor adventure is a big part of everyday life. Hiking, mountain biking, rock climbing, the steep slopes and trails offer challenges for all abilities. Kayaking and stand-up paddleboarding are popular ways to explore the coastline up close too. In the winter, cross-country skiing is a favorite pastime, and when the seas are calm, many head out on small boats to go fishing or simply admire the coast from the water. Birdwatching is also big thanks to the island's position on major migration routes across the North Atlantic. It's not all high adrenaline activities either. Many simply enjoy long countryside walks, taking in the scenery, or picnics on grassy headlands overlooking the ocean. The fresh air and open spaces are an important part of the laid-back island lifestyle. Nature is truly celebrated and respected here. A thriving yet challenging community. With over 50,000 people spread across 18 islands, the Faroese have built a sophisticated yet small-scale society. Free healthcare and education are the norm, supported through exports, fishing, and tourism. Infrastructure like roads, tunnels, and ferries efficiently connect the islands. Yet living on the edge of the North Atlantic brings challenges too. Harsh weather can isolate communities, and the ocean poses dangers for those working at sea. Emigration has also been an issue for young people seeking opportunities elsewhere. But a strong sense of community spirit and self-sufficiency helps islanders weather difficulties together. Neighbors readily lend a helping hand, and local initiatives work to foster jobs and growth. It's a place where tradition and modernity must find balance to sustain life in this remote northern outpost. Sustainable living in harmony with nature. Environmental stewardship is a core value, as the Faroese rely directly on natural resources. Centuries of sustainable management have allowed populations of seabirds, seals, and whales to thrive where others have declined. Renewable energy from hydro, wind, and wave power means over 90% of electricity comes from clean sources. Strict regulations protect vulnerable ecosystems and species. Locals also partake in annual coastal cleanups. Even everyday activities showcase respect, like using electric vehicles on hiking trails to avoid disturbing wildlife. New developments also incorporate the landscape beautifully. It's a model of a sustainable island living in harmony with the natural world. A welcoming community. Despite being a tiny nation, the Faroe Islands welcome over 100,000 visitors annually. The locals take great pride in sharing their unique culture and landscapes with outsiders. English is widely spoken, with translations for signs and menus. Tourist information offices in every town assist with planning activities, accommodations, and transportation between islands. Ferries, tunnels, and local buses make independent travel easy. Visitors are also welcomed into people's homes. Stay with a local family to experience true Faroese hospitality. Many expats also now call the islands home, drawn by the sense of community and pace of life. It's truly a place where strangers quickly feel like friends. An authentic glimpse of island life. For travelers seeking an off-the-beaten-path destination with a real sense of place, culture, and community, the Faroe Islands deliver an authentic slice of life. Here, nature and heritage remain deeply intertwined with progress. Whether you come to hike the dramatic landscapes, sample the bounty from the sea, experience the art scene, or simply slow down to island time, This far-flung northern archipelago offers visitors a true escape from the ordinary. The raw beauty and welcoming locals ensure it leaves a lasting impression on all who venture to its shores. While remote in location, the Faroe Islands offer a front-row seat to experience vibrant island culture, unspoiled natural beauty, and an authentic glimpse of European Nordic life. For adventurers, artists, or anyone seeking an off-the-beaten-path escape, this archipelago in the North Atlantic could be your new favorite destination. Thank you so much for watching this video about life on the Faroe Islands. If you enjoyed learning about the Faroe's stunning nature, everyday life, and tight-knit community, consider subscribing to our channel for more travel videos from around the world. Be sure to also hit the like button below. It really helps support our work and allows us to keep creating new content for you. Thanks again for watching and safe travels!